Hey guys, welcome back to another video. And today we're reacting to offending everybody. How crazy was your ex? I don't know why I had a pause right there. My brain went. Now I never really did a reaction on his video, though I have watched his videos before, and they have been funny. So we're gonna react to it over here, see if y'all enjoy his type of videos. Also, I know it's been a while since I last uploaded. See, I don't usually be doing with the upload. If y'all find anything that y'all think I should upload or play or even react to, feel free to feel free to tell me down in the comment section. But as always, before we get into the video, make sure to drop a like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so y'all don't miss out on the latest uploads and videos, shorts, all that good stuff. And without further ado, let's get into the video.
Key in my car, breaking and entering, eating my sandwich. These are just some of the crazy things my ex did. So here's a story about the wildest person I've ever been with, named Angie. It was my third year at college and I was heading to the woods to smoke when I see a woman hysterically crying. I was like, hey girl, you look like you're having a rough go of it. You want to smoke some sticky icky? She hesitates at first and says, sure. So we began walking to the woods and all I could think about was how easy it'd be to kidnap her. She had no idea who I was.
Whoa. See, this nigga be out of pocket already. Like what? 20 seconds in and he out of pocket.
And now we're walking somewhere where no one would hear her scream. Talk about a rookie mistake.
Wow.
For her, I had morals and no rope. Anyway, she introduced herself. Hey, I'm Angie. Pleasure to meet you, Angie. I'm Steve Storms. You're lying. Nope, that's my real name. That's crazy, because I have a thunderstorm tattoo in the back of my neck. Here, push my hair aside and you'll see. So I stand behind her, palm her hair, and immediately get aroused. Johnson's like, whoa, we doing this right now? Relax, this is step one. What was that? Oh, yeah, lovely tattoo. Anyway, we get to the woods. We're laughing, having a good time when I say, so what got you all hot and bothered? Well, I just broke up with my boyfriend. Johnson's like, game on. I said, oh, wow. That's terrible to hear. All while barely making eye contact. She was wearing a low-cut shirt and it was cold outside. A little hard to make eye contact, you know? I don't know
how y'all females be doing that. I know y'all gotta be chilly. Y'all gotta be chilly somehow.
Plus, drugs were impacting my decision-making. Sober me is respectful me. High me is fun bags pretty. So after our smoke session, I spit some game, get her number. Now, I had planned on giving her some time to recover, as she just went through a rough breakup, but after a few days of texting, my Johnson's like, put it in! So I invite her back to my place for a movie. She agrees, and for the first 20 minutes, things are going well, until she brings up her RA. Talk about how hot he is, and how sometimes she sneak into his room and hide under his covers. Needless to say, this was a huge turn.
Wait, what? Huh? Sneaking into somebody's room and then sneaking under their covers is crazy. What? How the hell he must be a deep sleeper or something. Because one, I don't know how the hell you can sneak into somebody's bed and then sneak in underneath their sheets and not wake them up. That's some crazy type shit right there.
My Johnson was like a deflated balloon. Party over. So once the movie was done, I asked her to leave. The next day, she goes back to flirt texting me, but I wasn't having it. I'm like, girl, why are you writing this to me? Shouldn't you be sending this to your RA? She goes, no, it's not like that. We're just friends. I'm like, yeah, okay. Then my Johnson's like, psst. Remember those nips? I'm like, damn, Jim Dog, you make a compelling argument. Well, I guess I could give her another chance. So I invite her over again for another movie, but this time my roommates aren't leaving. They're like, we gave you the room the other day and you dropped the ball. I'm like, that's a valid point. Whatever, we'll just all watch it together. 10 minutes in and she starts texting me. This movie's boring. Wish we were doing something more interesting. Wow. So after pondering for a moment, I said out loud, hey, Ange, you want to go in my room? Sure. Then 2 quick high fives to my roommates later, and we do.
Bruh. That's a crazy animation.
Doing the dirty. And this chick was wild. Moaning, contorting her body, whispering in my ear, you're so big. It was magical. Afterwards, I'd even smoked cigarettes and somehow had one in my mouth. I'm like, damn girl, that was some good fucking. Anyway, Angie came over again a few days after, and a few days after that, and then she started coming over every day. Best part was, she would leave afterwards. It was a dream. Working with no commitments, what more could a college student want? But what I neglected to realize was how lazy it'd make me. You see, when a guy's hunting for Kitty, he's on his A game. Freshly trimmed, looking sharp, and smelling like a burrito in a nightclub. But when Kitty's guaranteed, we get lazy. I'll give an example. Every Tuesday and Thursday, I'd go to karate in the morning. Afterwards, I'd head back to my room where Angie be in my bed waiting for me. Now, normally I'd shower first, as I just sweat my balls off, but one day she pressed.
I hope. What the hell was that? I hope to God that was not what I think it was, bro.
me up against the door and starts me. I'm like, damn girl, if you don't care, I don't care. And this only made me get lazier. Because not only did I stop showering before baby making, but I stopped showering after. That stank just be following me around from class to class. Why does it smell like shit and shame in here? And because Poon was guaranteed, I stopped hunting for Kitty altogether. Why go to the bar and spoon feed White Claws into a chick when I already had one back in my room, ready to swallow whatever I gave her? Remember that, hey, let's go dancing for 45 minutes as I dry hump you into thinking I'd be getting to the bedroom. She's already in my bed twerking. So this continued for the rest of the semester until we're about to head home for the summer. Angie texts me saying, come to my room. We need to talk.
We need to talk is... Nah, if you see that we need to talk text, you know, you see, that's... I hope he was wearing protection. Yeah. See, that's what you get for having no type of precautions, which is hitting it raw constantly. Ain't make sure nothing.
Now, normally I'd be freaking out and thinking she's about to say she's pregnant, but there's no way.
Yeah,
Sure,
see, because that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking when she said we need to talk.
But she was so good at taking birth control. Every day at 4 p.m.
That's why I say you gotta make sure, because you don't need unexpectedness, right?
No matter what was happening, she'd snap and say, pills! It's not even like she set alarms. She just had a baby-ending spider sense. Time to die, kid. So I went up to her room and she says, do you want a date? Because you'll be living off campus next year, and this won't be as simple as going down a flight of stairs to see one another. That's a good point. You know what? Let me think about it. So after a day of pondering, I was like, oh, hell no. Because even though we had great chemistry in the bedroom, the bitch never laughed at my jokes. I'd be killing in the school pool, and she'd just be floating there motionless, like Matthew Perry's corpse. Start swimming, buddy. Anyway, I went back up with Angie and let her down the best way I could. She seemed to take it all right, not realizing her brain was beginning to tweak. That summer, I'm on Facebook, posting on a bunch of hotties' walls, not realizing Angie was seeing this, bugging the fuck out. So much so, she would call up my friends hysterically crying. Friends be like, well, you aren't dating, so what's the problem? The problem being Angie's feet.
That's wild, and that's why you don't get if they crazy. Why do she have their numbers? That's what I want to know. Why she got their numbers, right? Why she got all your friends' numbers anyway? That's kind of crazy.
Feelings had tied up her logic and had no plans of setting them free. Fast forward to the beginning of fall semester, and my roommates and I are having a party. Things are going great until Ange comes over and starts cock-blocking the shit out of me. She wasn't even pretending. At one point, she sits down in the middle of a Kings game going, I want to play. We're kind of in the middle of, whatever, here's some cards. So I go back to macking on the chick next to me when Ange says, I have to go to the bathroom. Ladies, come with me. Keep in mind, she doesn't know any of the women there. So they all pile in the bathroom, and I'm looking at the guys going, this isn't good. A few minutes later, they come out, and surprise, none of them want to play anymore. I'm like, Ange, what did you say to them? She goes, nothing. I'm like, all right, that's it, bitch. Get the f out. She starts to cry, pretending she's the victim, but I could care less. I knew with her around, I was never getting laid.
Damn, she done put him to shame. She done did some petty shit to him. Damn. Yeah, she had to tell her son. That gossip be crazy.
So I said, get out of here. A few days later, I'm walking to a bar when I see one of my friends across the street. I'm like, Adrian. He looks at me and keeps walking, but my drunk ass is like, well, maybe he didn't recognize.
Damn, she spread a false rumor about him to them girls, and then they spread it to his friends. Yeah, nah. Beat her up at that point.
So I run over and I'm like, hey, homie. Adrian was being real apprehensive, and I'm like, what's wrong, man? Did I say something horrible? If I did, I'm sorry. Nah, I thought you were angry at me. Why would I be angry at you? Well, Ange said, that is crazy. But even though we hashed things out, I was still super pissed. Because if Ange is telling this guy I don't want to speak to him, then she's probably doing it to others. Now I'm missing out on connections and experiences because some is lying about me? Oh, I was heated. So drunk me thought, what is the meanest thing I could do right now? I could call her some basic insult like punt or bore, but I'm crafty, and I could do better than that. Then, it hit me. You see, the last time we were and I thought, you know what, this doesn't feel that tight. So while I was doing her, I stuck in a finger, then 2 fingers, then I stuck my whole hand.
The whole hand is crazy. Ain't no fucking way. No fucking way. A whole hand is absurd.
Now, granted, my hand was curled, but that's still a lot of digits.
Oh God, bro! Even if your hand balled up, that gotta be some crazy type shit. Like, ain't no fucking way. A whole hand. Even if that shit balled up, that gotta be crazy.
A cram and a clam. And that's when I came up with the greatest nickname ever, Whole Hand Ange. Oh.
Whole Hand Ange is.
The chef's kiss of insults. So I text Angie that her new nickname around campus is Whole Hand Ange. She did not take it very well and texts back literal death threats. It's really brightened up my day, you know? The next day I get a text from a number I don't recognize, and it turns out it's Angie's sister. She goes on this huge rant of, you have no idea who you're messing with, and
Man, I would have blocked that nigga, bro. Don't ever send your family. Don't ever do no petty shit like you start a rumor about somebody or some petty then the second they get your ass back for you try to get your family involved because that gives you reason to be disrespectful towards their family, bro. Because it's like don't get your family involved in some shit you started. It just don't.
I'll ruin your life for disrespecting my sister. Now, of course, I showed my homies, who all had a good laugh, and now we're spitballing ideas of things to write back when I say, hey, how about I respect your sister? I wash my hand before playing her like a puppet. Even my buddies are like, bro, that might be a little much. So I wrote it out and was about to send when I started to have second thoughts. Because normally my brain always picks the funny option, regardless of how much trouble it will get me in. 'Tis my how to your high school teacher video. But in this one...
Yeah, he got some crazy video titles and thumbnails. I'll say that right now. His video, he ain't even joking about that. His video titles and thumbnails are actually just crazy. Like, I swear, this is bad. This out of pocket 24/7.
One moment I thought, you know what, I probably should let this go. However, I didn't let anything else go. So over the next few weeks, I'd get DMs from guys on Facebook threatening to beat the shit out of me, and I'd always respond back with, you are adorable. Because I get they're trying to protect someone who's spoon-feeding them lies, but...
I'm saying it right now, simps. I'm not being nice about it. Simps. I ain't even trying to be mean. People want to be sensitive, but no, I'm sorry. If you're doing that all over a girl, bruh, if you're doing that over a girl that you don't know, that don't even give a hell about you, you a simp. Don't be one of those, bro. Like if you just, especially when they ain't wrong. I get if I swear I get if you was like, I get if you was going. Well, if that person was being bothered for no reason. But if that person started some shit, or you don't even know the full story on what happened, bro, you shouldn't be simping for that person. Because at the end of the day, you don't know what's going on. They could have started it, and it's like that person doesn't care about you, so there's no point in you even defending them to that degree.
Threatening someone on Facebook is like a 10 with herpes. Flashy at first glance, but ultimately worthless. It's also funny to me that Ange was telling people I'm harassing her as she's encouraging people to harass me. Like, damn girl, you don't see any projection here? And even though she's
Exactly.
hyper fixated on me, I could care less about her. Because no matter how many times we I never loved her. Because I didn't have this emotional desire to get revenge.
Damn.
But I did enjoy seeing her. Because every time we'd bump into each other, she'd scream, I fucking hate you! And just think for a moment how much power there is. My mere presence is enough to ruin someone's day. It made me so happy. But this only added to Angie's insanity.
Crazy.
And in December, I get a phone call from Campus PD telling me to come down to the station. Obviously, I'm really nervous because 95% of the time when a girl says a guy's harassing her, she's right. But luckily, the cops were very reasonable. A woman named Angie is claiming you're harassing her. Now, we've heard her side of the story. We'd like to hear yours. So the first thing I told him is we used to have in the regs. Wait a minute, you used to have a romantic relationship? Yeah, why do you think all this is happening? The cop just rolls his eyes and says, continue. Then I showed him all the threatening texts and messages I got, and by the end of it, the officer was completely on my side. However, because police were called on a student, I also had to go speak to the director of student affairs. And this bitch was the polar opposite. Before I said anything, she just starts listing threats. Harassment to students will not be tolerated, and you could be expelled for...
She gotta be honest. Like, Lord.
After minutes of listening to this chick rant, I said, so you've only heard one side of a story and immediately came to a conclusion? I didn't realize an accusation was a conviction. Maybe you should take some of my criminal justice classes and see how gathering evidence is important when it comes to a potential crime.
Exactly.
I say she was pissed, but I just sat there arms crossed like, I know you got nothing, bitch. Fast forward to Valentine's Day, and I'm dating this lovely girl named Rachel. We're both walking on campus holding hands when we bump into Angie, who goes ballistic, screaming, you, you piece of shit. My girl starts chewing her out, saying, he doesn't want your stinky cooter anymore.
Damn. Your stinky cooter anymore is crazy.
Flat-faced bitch. I'm laughing, dragging my girl away, saying it's not worth it. Just ignore her. The next day, I get another call from campus police, so I go down to the station and speak to the same officer who says, so we got more complaints of harassment? Officer, I've done my best to avoid her, and in the time I've spoken to you, I've only bumped into her once on Valentine's Day when I was with my girlfriend. Officer was trying to remain professional, but I could tell he's like, ugh, I can't believe I gotta deal with this nonsense. A week later, I get a call from Ange saying,
I'll tell you, so the cops, sometimes they be trying to hold back laughs with that type of stuff, because they just be like, bruh, this is such a waste of time.
We need to talk. I'm thinking she's gonna try to bury the hatchet. Nope. Turns out her paranoia was at max, and she says, I know you keep stalking me, and if you don't stop, I'll be forced to take legal action. At first, I'm being real neutral, saying, Ange, I'm not stalking you or harassing you or quite frankly care what you do. But she is adamant, saying, you think I'm making this up? You think I'm crazy? No, I got fucking witnesses. I said, listen, I'm not calling you crazy, but calling the cops on Valentine's Day when you see me holding hands with another girl is a little cray-cray. Then she starts threatening my career at the time, saying, you know, if I file charges against you, you'll never be a cop. That's when my brain snapped to sarcasm.
A cop?
I'm like, damn girl, I didn't think 6.5 inches was enough to lose your mind over, and yet here we are. Now I know I'm a god at fucking, but you're gonna have to find a new prophet, okay? Whole hand, Ange. And guys, to this day, I have never seen someone so angry. She couldn't even form words. She just sat there shaking, going, That's when I knew it was time to dip. About a month later, I get a call from my
Yeah, you might don't stay around. If they start doing that, you don't want to stay around that. They might strangle you to death.
friend Nora, who
I
just so
kid you not,
happens
they
to
might
be
strangle
Angie's
you to
roommate.
death.
Nora invites me over her place, and I'm like, is this a trap? She's like, no, Angie's gone for the weekend, so it's just me here. I'm like, oh, all right. So I go over, and we're hanging out for a bit. When she casually mentions, you know, I found your schedule in Angie's desk. I'm like, what? She goes, here, this is your schedule, right? And I'm looking at it going, holy shit. Angie
Stalker
broke into my
alert.
place. Nora's like, what are you talking about? I said, because one day I came home and the kitchen window was open. I go to my roommate and I'm like, Jake, why did you open the kitchen window? You know that it's busted and super hard to close. I didn't open it. Bro, you're the only one here, and it's not like we got robbed because our laptops and TV are still here. But little did I know someone did break in because that same day my schedule was missing off my wall.
Wow.
That's when Nora says, also, I probably should have told you this sooner, but one day I caught Ange next to your car. Wait,
What?
I was heading over your place at night when I caught Ange bent over by your car. I asked what she was doing, but she just played dumb. I'm like, God damn it, because someone keyed my car. I just thought it was some drunk asshole, not some crazy bitch. Now, luckily, I didn't have any more interactions with Ange and thought it was all behind me. That was until about a year later when I was working at Bed Bath & Beyond. I had recently threw out my lower back and was super depressed, just unloading boxes, when I get a phone call from my old roommate, Jake. Jake is like, hey, Steve, listen, I shouldn't be telling you this, but I just thought you should know, Ange is pregnant. Whoa, what? Yeah.
Wow.
And actually, I was wondering, do you think it's yours? What? No, we haven't smashed in
What?
2 years. Oh, okay. I was getting worried for a second. But Jake, you know what this means, right? That you won't be a father? Well, of course that, but it means she trapped someone. What? She trapped someone, Jake. She was so distraught over the fact I could just sit with her for over a year and have no feelings that she found a way to make someone stay forever. What if she just forgot to take birth control? She never forgets to take birth control, Jake! Besides, it's still effective even if you forget to take it for a few days. She trapped someone, and it could have been me, Jake. This crazy bitch could have ruined my life. But instead, I gotta live and see a sunrise one more time. Glad I can make your day, Steve. Now go live, buddy. I will. I will, Jake. Did this bitch just send me a friend request? You know what you wanted.
This just to be a friend request is crazy.
You want to push that subscribe
No,
button?
okay, yeah, I will, but please just okay. Your endings is weird. Y'all see what I be talking about. This dude be also weird timing. It's everywhere. This dude be tripping. Anyways, y'all, man, if y'all enjoyed the video, you know, drop a like, subscribe, turn on notifications. Also, I'll leave the link down to the original video. Make sure to go over there and like that video as well. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace out.